You know that feeling when your mind is like a web browser that has, I don't know, 100 tabs open and there's music playing somewhere, but you have absolutely no idea where it's coming from? Yeah, if you're nodding right now, you are definitely not alone. The pace of modern life is just, it's completely exhausting. And that's exactly why we're doing this explainer. Okay, let's dive into this. We are looking at this really fascinating university research out of the BLDAA College of Engineering and Technology. It's all about the Indian knowledge system, and specifically, we're zeroing in on a highly practical anxiety relief toolbox. We're going to break down exactly how yoga and meditation directly target and, more importantly, actually reduce our daily mental health struggles. So think about your nervous system kind of like a car engine. Between endless deadlines, the nonstop emails, the group chats pinging every 5 seconds, that engine is constantly overheating. Because here's the thing, anxiety isn't just something trapped in your head, it is literally, physically trapped in your body. So I want to pose this direct question to you. Can simply changing your physical posture actually lower your daily anxiety? Can it physically cool that engine down? We spend so much time trying to just think our way out of stress, right? But the core focus of this explainer is to show how we can use very specific physical interventions to dial down the temperature of our entire nervous system. To really get how this works, we have to look at where it comes from. The foundation is the Ancient Indian Knowledge System, or IKS for short. Now, I know Ancient Indian Knowledge System sounds like a dry, super heavy academic concept, but it's really not. It's a deeply holistic wisdom tradition that integrates the mind, the body, and life itself. Honestly, think of it less like a textbook and more like a proven, thousands of years old operating manual for human beings. It's all about promoting balance, preventing burnout, and giving us these incredibly timeless tools to build genuine, lasting mental resilience. But before we try a single pose, before we twist into any kind of pretzel, let's just look at the raw biological science of calm. Doing these practices actually physically rewires your stress response. It shifts your nervous system right out of that panicked fight or flight mode and drops it down into rest and digest. And when you do that, you actively lower your heart rate. You fundamentally reduce your daily anxiety. It's a total physical chain reaction. You're dropping cortisol levels, you're massively improving your focus and clarity, you sleep so much better, and ultimately, you build up your emotional regulation from the ground up. All right, let's open up this toolbox and pull out our first specific physical tool. This is Balasana, which is commonly known as child's pose. I want you to just imagine taking all of your stored daily tension, that tightness right there in your shoulders and your lower back, and physically dumping it straight into the floor. Just let the ground take the weight. By physically curling your body inward like this, you create this incredible physiological sense of safety that literally turns down the volume on all that external anxiety. Just holding this deeply calming pose for, say, 30 to 60 seconds with some nice, deep breathing, it acts as a rapid physical intervention for stress. It's a total game changer. Now, if child's pose is all about releasing, this next practice is entirely about anchoring. The ancient Sanskrit term for it is vrikshasana, or the tree pose. It's designed to be deeply grounding, and it naturally improves your focus and balance. And here is exactly why it works miracles for a scattered, highly anxious mind. The simple physical act of standing tall on one leg forces your brain to concentrate completely on the present moment. Think about it. You literally cannot worry about tomorrow's to-do list if your absolute focus is required just to breathe steadily and keep yourself from falling over right now. Okay, now I just want you to take a deep, slow breath. Imagine the deep relaxation of Shavasana, or corpse pose. To anyone watching, it might just look like you're lying down taking a nap, but it is actually a state of incredibly deep, active relaxation. If you practice this for just 5 to 10 minutes a day, you are actively commanding your body to totally and completely reset its stress response. Gravity and stillness are teaming up to lower your blood pressure. It is the ultimate cool down for that overheated engine we were talking about earlier. You surrender all that physical tension to the ground, and you let the mental anxiety genuinely, physically melt away. But hey, let's be realistic. What if you're sitting at your desk, or maybe you're squished on a crowded train? You can't exactly drop to the floor for a full-body pose, right? Well, that is where we transition to integrating focused awareness and inner calm through meditation and this really fascinating biological hack called mudras. Think of mudras as these highly targeted, specific hand gestures that you use to channel your mental focus. It's like a physical shortcut. It's a micro movement that sends a direct signal to your brain saying, hey, it is time to center yourself, no matter where you happen to be.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how beautifully digestible and accessible this ancient knowledge actually is. It's almost like a quick menu of options for your brain. You have these specific mudras like Gyan, Prana, Dhyana, and Apana, and they're explicitly designed to trigger sharp concentration and mental clarity. Just holding these specific hand gestures for 5 to 10 minutes while pairing them with some slow breathing physically helps clear the fog of anxiety. Literally, just placing your fingers in these formations shifts your internal state. You can use this tool while sitting quietly in the most stressful meeting of your life, and no one even has to know.
Of course, we have to be honest. These poses and mudras work best when they actually have a solid foundation to stand on. So let's zoom out to the broader holistic picture. Think of these rapid-fire, small daily habit changes as the routine oil changes for our engine. Number 1, getting some morning sunlight and taking a short walk. 2, actually taking 2 to 3 minute stretch breaks every single hour. 3, keeping up with your hydration and mindful eating. And 4, which is a big one, limiting screen time before bed for a much-needed digital detox. These daily support structures are the secret sauce. They're what make the yoga practices truly profoundly effective. To maintain this whole physical toolbox, we really look to the core principles of yoga for healthy living. First up is ahimsa, which is practicing self-compassion and making sure your habits aren't harming you. Then there's satya, or engaging in honest self-reflection. And actually scratch that. These aren't just high-minded moral ideas. Practicing self-compassion actively reduces the internal friction and the cognitive load that triggers so much of our daily stress. Mix that with sattvic food choices, which just means fresh, balanced meals, a solid work-rest routine, and pranayama, or daily breathwork, and you are ensuring a total, holistic balance across literally every aspect of your life. So we have just unpacked a highly effective, thousands of years old operating manual for the human body and mind. It is so clear that yoga and meditation are not just gym exercises. They are immediate, super practical daily mental health interventions that you can use right now to biologically reduce your anxiety. So, keeping everything we've explored in mind, I want to leave you with one final, pretty powerful challenge. Which principle, which pose, or which mudra are you going to adopt today to reclaim your peace of mind? Because the tools are sitting right in front of you. Thank you so much for tuning into this explainer, and I will catch you guys next time.